the other side of the 9 o'clock arrangement. Or more things and things is they lined up for you there. 10 o'clock, now the time for Insight. Lawrence Umwete, the big Don, he always did there around from 10 to break things down. You know, break things down for you, make you reason, make una reason together based on the political, you know, as it be. All right, so that one go move, go reach 11 now. So line up, now so programs go line up, go reach where 12 midnight today. And they tell you truth, then plenty, ukpo. And 6:37, now waiting time to talk this morning. Now they come back. My church mind up next on top of the radio. Super Citizen at Sunrise. Now the show this morning, Citizen FM 93.7. Did they call me the chief priest? That they come back and now.
Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Yeah. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Epa!
To 6:40 on top of the radio, number 31 day for inside of May 2023. Citizen FM 93.7 for Abuja. And they did this morning. Check us for www.citizenfm.ng. Anywhere where you day, you go to follow us jete shortly. And of course, Super Citizen at Sunrise. Now the show this morning, they call me the chief priest. I balance well. I balance well. I'm not gonna lie you. Super Citizen at Sunrise and my church mind. Now waiting with you on top this morning. Today will be number 31 day for May. 31st day for inside of May. I'll scoff now the arrangement when it be say they call them World No Tobacco Day. Yes, World No Tobacco Day. Today like this will be 31st day for inside of May. Now every year then they do this particular package and a yearly celebration. When it be say the idea, the big picture, now to make sure say people understand, make people, in fact, the public of all man, make them know the dangerfulness, the dangerosity of the matters we concern tobacco, using tobacco. You understand? Make them understand them and make them still understand some of the things we join bodies like the World Health Organization and some other joint bodies them they do to take fight the tobacco epidemic. And of course, make them still make sure say people for the whole part of the world make them understand, say they get the right, make them they healthy, they get the right, make them protect their future, make they get the right to protect their generations based on the arrangement we concern tobacco. All right, so now so the thing be 1987, 9 member states of the World Health Organization, all of them gathered together, sit down, cross leg, check and look and say, this tobacco thing only go only choke. Now something when we say, if we know loud them say this thing it is dangerous. You understand? If it the wounded people they go. Now they come outside for 1987, come loud say, made them draw global attention, made the whole world hear their voice, they shout. They shout because mother hen been the talk say why in the shout when hawk could be one carrying picking, no be say anything. Now make the world take hear her voice. Now make her the holla when the hawk will be one carrying picking that time. All right, so now make them talk say they want the ginger and make the loud on a day like this from 1987. Now they take create them say we go use every 31st day of May, take the loud they create the attention, say this matter we concern tobacco, it cause preventable death, and that biness that the people fit die for something when they say they fit prevent, they fit avoid in the first place. You understand? Preventable death, preventable disease. You understand? Disease and sickness when it be say people fit avoid, from all kinds of cough-related, respiratory-related diseases, tuberculosis, and the rest of them. Say, now things that want to be, say, tobacco fits cause. So they say they want to make the whole world they in the know. Make them bring the whole world in the what? In the know. And that since 1987, and they started to observe World No Tobacco Day. All right, now so, now so they take a creator. You understand? In fact, they even passed the resolution. They passed the resolution for inside of the World Health Assembly. Make them do it make them celebrate World Tobacco Day every 31st May. Now this year, today will be 31st May 2023. The theme, waiting them column, the theme, when they say theme, the name or waiting them call this year own. World No Tobacco Day. World No Tobacco. No tobacco. No to tobacco. No tobacco. No to tobacco. Hey. So this year on they say grow food, not tobacco. Grow food, not tobacco. Now, waiting be the idea behind this particular one now. Because according by World Health Organization, what they bring come outside. Now, they don't acknowledge them. They know, they agree. Say tobacco, the growing of tobacco, because the plants, to plant them, grow them for farm. Say, yes, really they benefit the health of people, even the health of the farmers, even the health of the planet. The benefits. Because even the bots of that tobacco where people where did it throw away now still environmental hazard. Even the smoke as the smoke and now still environmental. So the benefit of the planet, the benefit, get health benefits for the planet, health benefit for the farmers, health benefit for the they harm different kinds of health according by how they take talk. So now but then the way where they go present them. Tobacco industry, people they make a living out of them. So definitely the branding, the packaging, the push, people go try to sell their market at the end of the day. But then the balance where they there will be saying I be the inspiration behind the theme of this year's World No Tobacco Day 2023. The balance we say governments across the world they encourage them to do it to help farmers, support farmers. May they help farmers, may they support farmers, make them switch to sustainable crop or maybe crops them food. Made a switch to food. But that's why they say grow food, not tobacco. Make them support farmers. Make them move from growing tobacco to growing food, growing cassava. Growing food, grow food instead of tobacco. Now the concept where they behind of this year based on how to, so that one go make sure say at the end of the day it go improve food security. That one means say food go poor, food go ponle. You understand? That means food go plenty for ground. Yoruba Igbo manager like that. You understand? So food go plenty, food security. That we're not going to mind liver. Our mind not going to cut about food for across the world. So yes, make them help instead of growing tobacco, using expanse of farmland to plant tobacco. When it be say them plant them at the end of the day, now something when it be say is still the cause or is still be source of strain or pressure to the health of both the planet and the people and everything. So instead of to use the same land, why don't you convert those same land to growing food? But say most of those farmers, most of them, it don't be like family business. They don't now they are papa. Now you start to grow tobacco, hand over the business. So go just come one day tell and say start to grow food, leave tobacco. They need all the support. They need all the they need support, especially from government to say okay, based on one or two, we will subsidize. Maybe we'll go supply enough fertilizer, we'll go subsidize one or two things. Just create enabling environment, make them move their farm or within the farm, move them from tobacco growing to food growing. Because it will benefit food today better now. Now. Food and tobacco, which one better pass? Food now. And of money, nobody said they don't go make money because money still their food. At least some people can do without smoking, but I'm not sure say everybody go fit to do without food. Food they more important than tobacco. Okay, so that's why it be like that. So part of the objective why they call the ginger the whole matter now to mobilize, make government, making help, make them support, like we don't already mention, like we already mentioned. Now making still raise awareness for inside of the tobacco farming communities about the benefits, because the farmers too, like I talk, we just tell them say they just free them. They need a lot of support and they need a lot of awareness. They need a lot of you guys relate with them, clear them, say see, this thing when they grow, it is dangerous to health. When I feel they make the money, some money for inside, but this same land, if you start to grow XYZ or maybe rice or maybe millet or dawa, or start to grow some other healthy alternative, or even tea. Because talk about tea, Kenya they grow tobacco, Kenya they grow tea. So imagine say you can't tell some of the farmers when they grow tobacco, just switch over to tea. Tea is more lucrative. Kenya is one of the biggest exporters of tea from Africa. So why not we switch over? Make we start to do tea now, grow tea instead of tobacco. Tea is healthier. You go still give you money. Now still money. You go still sell them. Now still export. So now so the thing go. And then of course to support different efforts, both individual efforts, both group efforts, community effort, any kind of efforts to make sure say the one way concern tobacco, make people they say no to tobacco. Now on your own, because when they talk about government, you where they there, what do you fit do on your own, gong? What can you do on your own as a human being by akimbo? You fit do it in, you fit they engage, because this culture of I can do what I like. I can do what I want. It's a free world. I can do what I want. No, my life. Of course, you're correct. Now your life, you can do what you want. It's a free world, but when they say freedom of speech is allowed, but how about freedom out of speech? If you do what you like, finish. You do as you like, you live as you like, finish. The way the world they designed, they interconnected one way or another. Because somebody will fall ill. Now the people where they around them, now go still suffer them. That's your papa where they talk to you where you agree here. Now he go still pay your hospital bill. Beyond the bill, the time and the caregiving, because so yes, at the end of the day, we need to beyond the government on our own as citizens. We need to engage one-on-one conversation when we more they talk. See, more they talk about these things because it's like they not concern me, not concern me. Everybody's a free world. It's a free world, but the consequences of your action sometimes, they affect only you. It go affect people too. Some other people. That's why some kind of things they put mouth. No, go they look and say no concern you. So some of this is going to need to talk about and how it be say if you just come up body from tobacco, you go get immediate. That's one of the things where they don't talk. Many people don't talk say she's smoking. One of the immediate you go see immediate benefit to your mental and physical health in weeks, in a matter of days and weeks, because you see the immediate benefit. But so now so the thing be, and they don't talk. I'm saying we need to engage more and more for some of these debates, some of these discussions, some of this talk. Make we talk about them at least once in a while. That's why they bring out a day like this to take a talk about and to remind the world. Say, oh man, that's what the thing be. Now tobacco they grow for different parts of the world. In fact the big growers of tobacco, Argentina, Brazil, China, Greece, Italy, Malawi. If you talk about Africa now, Malawi, one of the biggest growers from Africa. Mozambique, another big one from Africa. Spain, they there. Then from Africa again, Tanzania. Then they into tobacco growing well. Then Turkey, they there. So, and of course the United States. Then if you close in on Africa, like West African countries, Nigeria, they there. Yes, Nigeria, they contribute, they cultivate small tobacco here and there. For the southwest area, they grow them as cash crops, made they sell and just hustle basically. States like Osun State or your state or Kwara State, Sokoto State, now states where they don't know in the past say yes, then they into one way or another. Some people they grow tobacco around there. In the past, in the 60s, and I think 70s, tobacco is a big deal for Nigeria. Or more than push the way they anyway. But at the end of the day, the message, the idea, the big idea, and to still let the world know, say yes, at the end of the day, even though say brands they push them as an economically viable matter or commodity to sell, at the end of the day, you go still see and they go still tell you, say the Federal Ministry of Health warns that tobacco smokers are liable to die young. Yes, people could talk, say, I know people that they they never die young, anything. But then, how about the health, all the health wahala with it in the follow they come. Check them. All right, so now what's in there, all of the things. I know they try, I've always to talk about, I know be pastor, I know be preacher, I know they try, they advise anybody. I know they advise you, anything. I just to tell you, based on say today will be 31st day for inside of May, the World No Tobacco Day. And of course, you're there on top of Citizen FM 93.7 for Abuja. Now, my church mind, I tell you, you fit agree, you fit no agree. But 7 o'clock, we the switch up. Waiting the paper to talk 5 minutes to 7 on top of the radio. They come back, no touch your radio, make I drink small water. If I come back, we go start to check all of them paper, them, make we see what in the talk, and they come back.
Nigeria go better, Nigeria go better, Nigeria go better, Nigeria go better. If Nigeria go better, now your hand it is. If Nigeria go better, now my hand it is. Make we join us together, make Nigeria for better.
Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Yeah. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Epa!
Citizen FM 93.7. Check us out for Facebook, Citizen FM 93.7. Everything to go well. For YouTube, we day live. We day live. You understand? We're living the live. I beg. Anyway, what's in paper to talk? This is now one of the most unconventional and interesting newspaper reviews for the whole world. Because I don't know another place where they do it like that, though. Maybe you know. But we get with style for here. And of course, we know how they do on the numbers day there. What we go take a relate with you this morning. If we don't check the headlines, you self go put body, but we go relate within the cycle of reasoning. We go relate like family, like people will love the country, they will love the progress of the country. Quickly, the first paper where that they see here. This day here, Daily Times, The Guardian, The Nation, Daily Trust, Business Day, The Punch, Leadership, all of them day there. This day newspaper, this day. Make I check this day. This day, the big one, investors react positively as Tinubu meets Emefiele Kyari Labour over petrol subsidy. Talk about proactivity, you know. I talk about proactivity. Make we meet, guys. Emefiele, deal with me. Carry, deal with me. Labor, deal with me. Let's talk about petrol subsidy. Because then, obviously, now, you just be like saying, now, that's the biggest headache with the on ground. Make we talk about them. You understand? Then the riders will follow that one. The stock market gains. That one day there, they say stock market gains. What's in the gain? Moved paper, make I see road. 1.51 trillion naira. Trillion, actually. 1.51 trillion naira. Naira appreciates as Euro bonds rally. NLC, TUC express outrage, describe pronouncement as insensitive. Say removal of fuel subsidy. Say come Haberman. Say it's insensitive according to NLC and TUC. Shetima talks say we must end fuel subsidy now, else it will end Nigeria. Now, what in Shetima they talk? So we must end that's not the vice president of the country. We must end fuel subsidy now, or you go end Nigeria. NNPC, others back move. They back the move. Kyari, FG owes National Oil Company 2.8 trillion naira subsidy fund. Wow. Say money where did they owe? National Oil Company 2.8 trillion naira subsidy fund. Wow. Says government couldn't pay subsidy bills since February 2022. Says since February, even the subsidy where they say that they pay, since February, government never fits to pay them. Since February 2022. So that one day there. Then the other riders, plenty riders, declares licenses to be issued soon to marketers to import fuel. That one day there. Then of course we see Labour Party false approach. All of them day there. Then the picture, where would they see for inside of this day newspaper, the picture now when the president's Monobi Chais, the president bust inside, they inspect the guard of honor, and then the way they take caption and say, now I got for this day newspaper, the picture, the cover image, they say Emilio Con, presidential guard of honor welcomes Tinubu to his office. I'll be Chais. Then the writers were there. Say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu inspecting the guard of honor, formally welcoming him to the presidential villa Abuja yesterday. So that one day there. So the guard of honor, they formally they welcome him yesterday. So the picture 9 day there, when they inspect them gallantly. That one day there. Then 10th Assembly, Northern Alliance alleges undemocratic moves to stop Betara Yari. All of them day there. They see they drag this National Assembly leadership, drag him. Turn one, you know. But we're going to see how it could be. Many people don't talk say at the end of the day, anybody with a ginger to take any office for the National Assembly, make that person ensure, say, the concerns of the people they in chest. Yes, we know saying all about the interest, game of interest and all of that. We cannot take that away. But get your own interest to pursue what you define, pursue your own ambition, fine and good. But make sure, say the people concerned, they your chest. make you know go there. Say at the end of the day now you'll be like say person no feel your impact. That one day there talking about the National Assembly leadership, all right? Because now them gone they represent the people. Many everything they could say president. Some of the things you need to drag your senator, you need to drag your House of Rep member sometimes. And that one day there. For inside of this day newspaper, CBN governor seeks urgent debt management reforms at state levels amid increasing exposure. All of them day there. On to the next one this morning. Papers plenty for ground. Papers plenty. Too much. I gotta rush them sharp. Which one they here? The Daily Times they here. Tinubu Shetima start work at presidential villa. Not be lie, they don't resume. First day at the office. The riders waited there. There's a hold closed door meeting with Emefiele Kyari. That one day the president directs DSS to vacate EFCC office in Lagos. Hey. You know, that one is that President Bola Tinubu don't direct the Department of State Services, DSS, to immediately vacate the office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, in Ikoyi, Lagos. Tinubu gave the directive when informed about the situation in Lagos State. His directive was disclosed in a tweet from the All Progressive Congress APC Presidential Campaign Council. The tweet reads, "The president gave the directive when reports that DSS officials stormed the EFCC office located on Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, Lagos on Tuesday, preventing officials of the anti-graft agency from accessing their workplace, was brought to his attention." The president said if there were issues between the two important agencies of government, they would be resolved amicably. So, based on that one, you know. Anyway, that one day there. Because we heard this matter yesterday, the DSS been done boss to go mount themselves for Ikoyi office of EFCC, preventing some of their workers to access the office. But the president don't give the directive, say anything will happen, we will resolve and make them come off a road first, may they enter their office first of all. All right, so that one day there, inside of the matter, PEPC session, I'll talk about the election petition, tribunal and all of that. Say tribunal admits U.S. court documents on Tinubu's $460,000 forfeiture as exhibit. Tribunal admits U.S. court documents on Tinubu's $460,000 forfeiture as exhibit. That one did, yeah. Admits beavers, printouts, PVCs from 36 states in Atiku's petition. Okay, that one did there. All of them for inside of the matter updates for the tribunal. ASU, court upholds FG's no work, no pay policy. Aye. So all those lecturers will ginger that thing. Aye. Yeah. So they no go court that uphold the FG's no work, no pay policy. So they no go see change collect. But anyway, they fee still take them up because this one are for the National Industrial Court. They fee still take them up. Say, see, we no agree. May they still go appeal. All right, that one day the Senate amends ICPC Act, slams 2 years jail terms on false petitioners. And then, of course, yes, this one, they don't amend that ICPC Act. You know, so you will want to come blow false alarm. Say, the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, say you now want come blow alarm, say somebody they corrupt. Say somebody they corrupt. You can't blow the alarm for the Independent Corrupt Practices and other related things. And other related offenses commission. Now the full name actually. Where they say Independent Corrupt Practices and other related offenses commission. So you can't blow false alarm. If you blow that false alarm, and the last, then come investigate, say, pure. Say, you self, we can raise the matter. They go fit slam you 2 years jail term on false petitioners. They come petition somebody based on corrupt practice, and now you know they pure. Your matter no pure, the case no clear. You go collect 2 years. You go collect 2 years self-contained for inside of jail. Now, so they talk that one day there for inside of the Daily Times this morning. And then of course we see Nigerians grown. The cover image. Well, I don't tire to this. Hey God, this picture again. This picture when they be say it never reach how many some months ago. This picture been they make me sometimes for night itself. So we don't see how many. Now this one are the picture of petrol stations and the traffic we choke for the petrol station. The people they try to get fuel and then they ride away full. They say Nigerians grown as petrol sells at 750 naira per liter. FCCPC moves to clamp down on hoarders. Subsidy yet to be removed, says presidency. That one day there for inside of the Daily Times. That one day there this morning. Nigerians grown as petrol sales at 750 naira per liter. FCCPC moves to clamp down on hoarders because immediately after that directive or that particular pronouncement from the president, not be smart in every petrol station started all of a sudden they started a lock there. Which one be now? So the fuel just takes. Everybody started a lock petrol station. May hot fuel, may they know what they happen first. Meanwhile, the FCCPC will be the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. Yes, Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC. They don't talk and say, CAs. We go clamp down on hoarders based on how they be. That one day there, all of them for inside of the radio this morning with the check-up. Waiting the papers, they talk. Okay, on to the next one. Make we still enter the Guardian this morning. The Guardian newspaper, the big one, of course, the cover image anywhere now, the same cover image anywhere. People they drag. Hey, the cover image what they see for the Guardian, not be here. Not be here. See the drag, keg. People they drag keg. Yeah. People are dragging for fuel. So they can write morning after inauguration. Now the caption we didn't give the pictures. Morning after inauguration. Pictures of people obviously around or outside the petrol station. The ginger, the drag. Make them get line. Make the enter for line. That one did there. Then we see the other headlines. We did the big headlines say nationwide chaos, Spain as stakeholders seek caution on subsidy removal. That one I waiting the Guardian to talk. Then Population Commission 200 billion naira vote and botched 2023 census. Waiting be the update with the census, that one day there, Population Commission 200 billion naira vote and botched 2023 census. That one day there. Court justifies government's no work, no pay rule against ASU. That one day there too for the Guardian. Then Tinubu reinstates sanity as DSS EFCC squabble or over property in Lagos. Okay, that one day there. PEPC admits 5 exhibits from Obi, printout of BVAT's results from Atiku. That one day there. Adedoyin 2 hoteliers to die by hanging over murder of OAU student. Yes, I remember that particular story. Then, it did good, say justice, people still get justice for the country. And it did good. It did interesting to know. All right, Tinubu Shetima resume Aso Villa as Nigerians await official appointments. Yes, make the Nigerians the way to waiting then they call this my man ID Noble. Shena ID Noble. Nine they talk and say ID Noble. Nine talk and say in the wait patiently. Say I'm keenly. I be patiently. Get the grammar when you speak. Say in the wait to see what did really happen. Make you see who then go appoint. Who then go appoint. Say in the wait. Who in the wait for? Whether not chief of staff. In say in the wait for. Say in the wait for chief of staff. Well, that one day the Nigerians are waiting, obviously. That's at the bottom line. Nigerians want to see who and who the appointments go be, the official appointments go be for this particular government. That one day there, which other headline? They on top of them. Court justifies government no working. We don't collect time. On to the next one. Make we check the other papers this morning. The Nation newspaper. Stock market gains 1.5 trillion naira on Tinubu's policy direction. That one day there. Gain is highest in 30 months. Naira firms up marginally. Now this same thing as it happened so. Now so it still happened for 2015. ID pointed this out, and I remember for 2015, small surge for small market for stock market surge, and some kind things just improve. Things just improve. Even Naira strengthened that year. Okay, briefly. So, but then it they interesting, it they good, now good news. But then the sustainability, now what would they hope for, and now what would they want? That one day there, OAU students, Adedoyi, 2 others get death sentence. And on top of the OAU student matter, that one day the federal government owing NNPCL 2.8 trillion naira, says Kyari. That one day there. Okay, that one day there on plenty. All of these headlines for inside of the Nation newspaper. Daily Trust this morning. Daily Trust there this morning. There we see the big headline for Daily Trust: subsidy removal. Petrol price hits 700 naira per litre as FG says no going back. Oh wow, 700. Government to pay us 2.8 trillion naira deficit. Now carry the talk. Say NNPCL 2.8 trillion naira deficit. Now what in government they owe? We government to go pay them trillion. They say government they never pay subsidy money from February. That one day there. TUC, LP, SDP kick. Say pronouncement ill-timed. Commuters hike transport fares. The normal level. Trust my taxi people now. The 2 seconds they don't increase. See what they. You never go buy fuel. If you talk small, then you yourself, the way they go shout for yourself. So see what they happen for the country. You see fuel buy something of 100 naira along of 100 naira now they go tell you say 200. That one day there. NNPCL, NMDRA marketers back move. All of them day for inside of Daily Trust this morning. Daura host special Durbar to welcome Buhari. That one day there too for inside of the matter. Of course, they welcome him. Their illustrious son, former president. They still try to get used to calling him the former president. But I go try make I get used to him quickly because we get new president now. Sokoto government sacks 14 monarchs. Nullifies appointment of 23 permanent secretaries, others. 14 monarchs, I beg your pardon. Sokoto government sacks 14 monarchs. All right. Bless I talk 45, Abi. 14 monarchs. Now, what in they here? Sokoto government sacks 14 monarchs, nullifies appointments of 23 permanent secretaries and others. Of course, now what in they expected when new government enter, most times some of the governments they try to undo. They try to undo waiting, their predecessors or people where they before them, Now waiting they go try to undo them. They try to reverse some of the things where they say the people where they there before them do, So that one day there. For inside of Daily Trust this morning. On to the next one. Make we check business day here. On top of business day. The big one, say petrol to sell between 478 naira and 600 naira per litre. Different permutations here and there, but then, according to reports from other media houses, according to reports from other papers, particularly like Daily Trust today here, which other one talk I'm here? Some other people they talk say 700. But then this one day here this morning business day say petrol to sell between 478 naira and 600 naira per litre, and then as subsidy don't come out now. Commuters lament as transporters hike fares. NNPC says FG owes 2.8 trillion naira for subsidy payments. So even as this one they happen now, federal government still owe 2.8 trillion according to NNPC, according to Kerry. Say federal government still owe 2.8 trillion naira. I'm gonna be smart, you know. Anyway, that one day there, 27 Nigerian companies defy odds to shine in FT ranking. Wow, interesting. Interesting. That one day there. On to the next one. The Punch newspaper this morning. On to the Punch. He say fuel, the big one, it says subsidy. Fuel sells 600 naira per litre. Queues worsen as filling stations shut. The riders talks with Tinubu, NNPCL, GMT, others meet framework for removal on the way. FG cannot fund subsidy again. Owes NNPCL 2.8 trillion naira, says Kyari. Wow. Kwara, Ekiti, Bayelsa governors orders warn marketers against hoarding. All of them day there this morning for inside of the Punch newspaper. Tinubu inherits over 16 trillion naira uncompleted projects. Hey, somebody must inherit it now. Even the next government, somebody will inherit some things. So now so it be. 11 trillion naira spent on moribund refineries in 13 years. ASU court okays no work, no pay policy. That one day there. Okay. All right, on top of the next one, make we try scan the papers. The number they there to call 725. Now, within the time they talk this morning with a check. Within the papers they talk on top of Citizen FM, Super Citizen at Sunrise this morning on top of the radio. They call me the chief priest, EZEMMUO1. I don't check. I'm the Point newspaper they here. The Point. Yes, on top of the Point, the big headline say fuel subsidy stays till June. Now, so Tinubu talk. Fuel subsidy still there till June. Actually, because original arrangement not till June. So when people don't do all of this hoarding and panic buying and all of this whole higgy haga where they happen now just based on waiting the president talk come outside from out, because in reality the subsidy still there till June, till next month. So that one day there. FGO's NNPCL 2.8 trillion naira, says Kyari. President intervenes as DSS, EFCC bicker over ownership of Lagos office. That one served day there for the Point. Tinubu's pro-market policies drive benchmark index up by 5.2%, highest in 30 months. Wow, interesting. That one day there too, based on how it be. Then, of course, we still check them. Mammoth crowd throng Daura for Doba in honor of Buhari. That one self day there this morning. Then we still check commercial activities grounded as residents mark 56th anniversary of Biafra in Anambra. Are you serious? Commercial activities grounded as residents mark 56th anniversary of Biafra in Anambra. That one day, then at the Point newspaper, I did that one day this morning. Anyway, all of them day there, based on one or two. We're gonna check and make we start to check one or two other headlines. Make we check one or two other headlines based on the Point newspaper and this one. Make we collect some other papers there this morning now. Then Daily Independent Day here. Fare hike as fuel queues swell. Products sell above 600 naira per litre. Tinubu can't unilaterally remove fuel subsidy. TUC the talk so. Say Tinubu can't unilaterally remove fuel subsidy. NLC cautions him, asks president not to dare citizens. NLC done the ginger. He is on course to make life harder for Nigerians. Hey, Labour Party, now they talk so. NNPC laments 2.8 trillion naira initial debts for servicing fuel subsidy. That one day there. Court justifies, federal government's no work, no pay policy against ASU. That one day there. I'm teaming up with Yari for Senate presidency. Kalu Then they talk so. I'll use Okada and they talk so. Then we see all of those ones. $10 billion went into subsidizing fuel in 2022. $10 billion went into subsidizing fuel in 2022. Shetima laments. That one day there. Senate slams 100,000 naira fine, 2 years imprisonment on false petitioners. That law, that law go touch people. So you would petition somebody, false petition might attract 100,000 naira fine and 2 years imprisonment. That one day there. Then on to the next one. Tinubu asked DSS to vacate EFCC office after fight over Lagos property. That one said it did for all of the papers this morning. Okay. PEPC, the Presidential Election Petition Court will be PEPC, admits evidence ruling indicting Tinubu over alleged $460,000 for feature. That one day there. Okay. The Presidential Election Petition Court sitting in Abuja on Tuesday admitted in evidence a copy of the judgment of a district court in the United States on the alleged $460,000 forfeiture by President Bola Tinubu for drug-related offenses. The Labour Party and its presidential candidate in February 25 presidential election opened their petition against the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu and the rest of them. Okay, that one day there. Now talking about the PPC, talking about the Presidential Election Petition Court. So the courts don't admit. Okay, that document from the United States District Courts where they talk about $460,000 for feature on top of drug-related matters. Say yes, they admit I'm as exhibit, but then the case is still ongoing. That one day there, on top of Daily Independence, as we move, then on to the next one. Nigerian Tribune, they here, the big one, talk say, Tinubu's subsidy removal remark, Labour talks tough, queues spread, petrol prices rise. Now one day there, governors warn against panic buying, go after marketers. FGO's NNPCL 2.8 trillion, Kiari 90 talk this one. 10th NAS moves to stop Betara Yari by undemocratic means uncovered. That's not according by NAD. I'm gonna be smarting. Okay. Where we did now? Make we check on the other papers there. Nigeria spent 11.350 trillion naira on turnaround maintenance of 3 moribund refineries between 2010 and 2020. Now reps, now they talk so. Nigerians spent 11.350 trillion naira on turnaround maintenance of 3 moribund refineries between 2010 and 2020, according to reps. That one day there. Court sentences Adedoyin Hoteler to death by hanging. On top of the murder of that OAU student. That one self day there. Which other one day here? For inside of Nigerian Tribune this morning, we done the check them. Sporting Sun. Wow, Sporting Sun come market today. For my sports lovers, 1 or 2 headlines. PSG targets Chukwueze. They say PSG targets Chukwueze to replace Lionel Messi. Wow. PSG targets Chukwueze, our own Chukwueze, to replace Lionel Messi. Well, one day there for inside of the matter. Bayern willing to pay West Ham £100 million for Rice. That one day there. All of them for inside of Sporting Sun. Then plenty there. But on to the next one. Daily Sun. Don't dare Nigerians. NLC wants Tinubu. That one concerned the president's subsidy removal statement. That one day there. The other riders will follow him. They say fuel scarcity, high price as marketers stop sales. Removal not with immediate effect. The Tinubu Media Center and they talk so. Say don't be with immediate effect now. Make yourself calm down. At least you go reach till June now. TUC asks president to dialogue with stakeholders, reps, NNPC, NMDPRA backed presidents decry panic buying. All of them they for inside of the matter. Well, most of the headlines we did the remainder of the paper. Make I check leadership newspaper. Most of the headlines now recurrent headlines. Interesting. This one now, day for inside of leadership newspaper. Diabetes. Nigeria ranks 37 as Mauritius, Egypt top prevalence list in Africa. For Africa now, Nigeria now number 37 for diabetes. Maybe smart, Well, about 50 something countries in Africa, about 54 thereabouts. So if Nigerians the rank 37. That on top of diabetes matter. Anyway, that one day there for inside of leadership. As that one enter my eye, I say make I just rush drop them. Now you there for inside of leadership newspaper this morning. Which other headline day here quickly? Make I just police arrest 30 pro Biafra agitators in Enugu. Well, the ginger Biafra, they arrest more. The leader of IPOB still there for inside of custody up till now. And then don't enter government, don't switch. And it's still there. All right, so 0903 22 29 797 0818 22 22 205 0818 22 22 206. All of them are the numbers this morning to talk to us. What do you feel about waiting the paper, the talk this morning? Make we start to hear from you sharply. You want to send us message on top of WhatsApp 0818 22 22 205. Who they are so this morning now?
Good morning.
Brother man, I greet you. Morning to you. Who they talk? Where they call us from?
This is Isa Shuku.
Hey, Isa Shuku, super citizen from Masaka.
Super citizen. The election tribunal talking about Google something. Look, what we want to do is that the judiciary can do their work. It's the same the chief judge that were in Tinubu. This thing has started before. Now only Yaradu, I still tell you, great that the election that brought him was funny, and he was ready to repair it. I'm pleading to the National Assembly that they should make a law. If anybody have any pending case, should not be sworn in until after the case. That will reduce our election regime. It will reduce this thing by force. Here we should meet in court. It will reduce giving all these criminal politicians that want to rule us by force, by thunder.
Okay. Thank you so much, Isa Shiku, super citizen, for that what we don't talk this morning. All right, Joe. What do you feel? Well, now time to hear from you this morning. We don't check what's in the papers to talk. We need to hear from you. Message is there for inside of WhatsApp. Yes, man. You and this, you're smart. Caller from my man. Caller, who they decide? I beg. Make we hear from you this morning.
Morning, Chief EZEMMUO1.
I greet you, my brother, man. Who they talk there?
Max Man, how are you this morning?
Max Man from Apu side. How Apu day this morning?
We thank God.
Let's go. Make we hear from you, Max Man.
Yes. Our president, when he enters,
yes,
from his speech when we hear yesterday, day before yesterday, and the action when he did take now, when he invite MFLA, NNPC, marketers, make all of us come together. How we go solve this problem? Now, good step. A very, very good step. But then say now Dangote refinery, now go they supply us. Okay, if Dangote refinery go they supply the country fuel, now be say the price of petrol go come down when that refinery eventually start to the sell fuel, because the cost of exporting the crude, the fuel, and then importing it go cost come out. It good, but I want to ask one question. What happen? What make us just forget our own refinery? This is not country, a nation when they say you get crude oil. I'm not sure say you get any other country for this world when you get crude oil when they say they not get refinery. So even Niger, when they see crude oil yesterday, they don't get their refinery. We know the shame saying that then we won't depend on for fuel again. Make our leaders the step when our president takes so good. As they come together, make a reason with the people. They know say they go, they not because money they enter their hand. They enter the poor man hand like that. And they go there to make life easy for the poor man as it dey easy for them. So they try to take the right step. Which I don't want to talk this.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Max, man, for that one. We don't talk. The number still there to take hear from you. 0903 22 29 797 0818 22 22 205 0818 22 22 206. All of them are numbers to take hear from you this morning. Hello, who they decide?
Hello, good morning.
Morning, brother. Who they talk?
Thank you.
Samuel Onyapo. Morning to you now this morning. Make we hear from you.
You just allow this president to rule because look at imagine the amount of amount of dollars spent on more refined refinery. Understand?
Yes.
A refinery that is not working, more refined refinery. Imagine the amount trillions of dollars is going to that very place without working. In addition to our subsidy, that is the amount. So let them remove it. So Nigeria should not panic for anything. It's not as if they're handling to another government. It's the same government. But that is who has been in the country. I know what is going on. So for him to say that he's going to remove something, he knows the step that he's going to take to make sure that everything works fine. Thank you.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much, Samuel from Mapu, for that. Why we don't talk. All of them did there. One of the things where you talk where you say make them leave this president, make him do work. You know how most Nigerians go say, leave me, man, do my work. You want to teach me my work? Who they there?
My brother, I greet you.
I salute you very specially. Who they talk there now?
My name is Michael. I talk from Nasara.
Michael Onyenasarawa, talk to us this morning now.
Yes. The removal of subsidy, for me, nobody is against removing it. But what we get is that don't make it in a way that people begin to suffer because you remove subsidy. What did you put in place? You understand? You just come openly and then verbally and say, I remove a subsidy. You are not telling us that, okay, federal government are going to do it even if it is one refinery. You understand? Because one thing we know about this subsidy, they tell us that when they take the crude, they pay in taking it there and pay in returning it back. So it became the problem. And we're not seeing a transportation mechanism that can be able to caution the effect of the impact this thing is going to part in the life of people. So these are the things, when you look at it, it's not about the removal. You just come like that, remove a subsidy and so on and so forth. And you see people should just give in the... But the thing is that, like you said, the NNPC said that the federal government are owing them at the 2.something trillion naira for subsidy, right? Subsidy. But is it not the same NNPC we heard that over how many months they have not remitted any amount of money to the federation account?
All right.
This thing is confusing me. Anyway, Bola Tinubu, you have become the president of a country. I think it is now for us to test it. But I don't know, this particular thing you're giving to us, is it the gift, the inauguration gift? This is a subsidy. Because look at it everywhere. For you, I'm hearing 700, 600. Is that, it's going to be terrible if we continue like that. But I believe maybe probably they will know how to handle it. At the end of the day, everybody will mull over it. Thank you so much.
All right, so numbers stay there to call us with. Either say you call us for 0903 22 22 0903 22 29 797, or you fit call us on top 0818 22 22 205. You fit call us on top 0818 22 22 206 0903. So somebody send me a message. Good morning, sir. Can you slowly call the number? Say Alamin from Guarim Pass 0903 22 29 797 0818 22 22 205 0818 22 22 206. Good morning to you. Who they there?
EZEMMUO, the chief priest.
I greet you, my brother. Who they talk?
Clement from Alaba.
Clement, how far? How your side?
How's everything?
Everything quickly. Everything makes sense. Quickly, make we hear from you now.
Thank you. If I were to ask this, I remember in 2015 when all of us blamed Buhari for just one thing, because he said before he came out of office, because he said the subsidy was a scam, isn't it? See, some people are even blaming that the first thing this man will have done is to just remove this subsidy immediately he assumed office. And let me maybe Bola Tinubu is trying to correct that impression now. So I don't know. And see, my concern mainly is this. People are saying that if you have appoint a cabinet first, they study case. If you do that, Kaba will definitely hijack it again. So he doesn't need to wait till he appoint all his cabinet. The needful is done as far as I'm concerned. But my problem is this. For president to just make a speech and immediately fuel just hike all of a sudden. Let me ask the marketers and all the filling stations, have they bought the one that was not subsidized? Because according to the news, the NNPC said that they have enough fuel to that Nigeria that can sustain Nigeria before down to take kickoff. Then where all this is coming from? We have been so wicked to ourselves.
All right. Thank you so much for that one. We don't call. We don't talk Clement. Now I don't talk that particular one. 0903 22 29 797 0818 22 22 205 0818 22 22 206. You would like to send message for WhatsApp if you still send them on top of 0818 22 22 205. That's our WhatsApp number. Clement been to talk something about. You say waiting immediately. President make that speech. Fuel just high. Fuel hike. Fuel hard to get. The price increase. So most of these things now human factors, because even at the end of the day, now June the timetable with them put on ground. Who they decide?
Good morning, sir.
I greet you.
Thank you. My name is Alami and I'm calling from Barimpa. Thank you for obliging me the contact. I'm a first-time caller.
All right, welcome, Alamin. I see you. Before you come out, I go give you something. Make I hear from you.
Okay. I want to appreciate the last caller. You see, my brother, sir. The problem, the Nigerian problem is that we don't really know what we want. Before Tinubu came in, I want to believe every presidential candidate or campaign that they are going to remove the subsidy. I mean, in particular, the Labour Party candidate emphasized that the very first day he took office, he's going to remove it, and his supporters were cheering and applauding him. Now, the president, Tinubu, who has the political will, who has also been, emphasizing that he's going to remove the subsidy. We all agree that subsidy is a scam. He removed it. He didn't remove it by law. By law, the subsidy has already been removed because the budget 2023 budget passed only made provision for subsidy for just next month. So as from next month, for those of us who are informed, who are politically aware, we already know that subsidy, as far back as January, if you check all the media platforms, channels and all of them, they carried it that subsidy ceases to exist from June 2023. So the president is emphasizing that subsidy is gone. What it is they are going to remove it, to only emphasize it is gone. Now, what the president said is, he's just confirming that he is unwilling to bring back the dead. That is what he meant. And people are saying he didn't put any infrastructure in place to caution the effect. The former administration, Bola administration, applied for $800 million US loans to give 5,000 to the poorest home in Nigeria. It is still with the same people that are saying it is corruption. The money will not be spent. Correct me if I'm wrong. That money was obtained from IMF. The money is available now. It's still available. The incoming the Tinubu administration will be the one that will decide on how to go about, making use of that $800 million.
All right.
My appeal is, you guys are in the best position to educate Nigeria. I want to believe that most people actually react to issues they don't really have basic understanding of. But I think you guys owe a duty to inform and educate us. The best decision that has ever been taken by the incoming, the president of Nigeria, Tinubu. I just can't love him less. He didn't disappoint me. I risked everything to campaign and support him, and it's not disappointing me. Subsidy is gone, and it's gone forever. We cannot sustain it, and we must support it. Anyone that is against this decision
right.
I'm afraid if such a person is an anti-Nigerian progress. That's
All right. Alamin, you now first time caller. So I get something when I want to give you based on first time caller. Let's make you take your side. Anybody they decide? Hello.
Please, good morning, sir.
Morning to you. Who they talk there?
My name is Christian. I'm calling from Biaji. Biaji is very close to Kubwa.
Not be lie. Biaji never still change from that place when he did.
Yes.
Quickly, Christian. Quickly. Yes.
Very fast. Chief priest.
Yes.
Political ill-statement is equal to economic disaster.
Political waiting?
Ill-statement is equal to economic disaster.
According to who? Which philosopher bring that one come outside?
According to those that are informed in politics that know how to talk the political talk.
Wow.
Yes. Brother.
Tell me more.
Nobody says that subsidy is good. But when you stand up and say subsidy is gone, my brother, those in Finland are businessmen. They are not government workers. They want to know what is happening. They want to know their stand. They want to know what they will sell. They want to know how much they will buy. So they quickly lock up their offices and be waiting for you for that your clarification that you're supposed to do. That thing you're supposed to say that you did not say, they are waiting for it. You see, when people are talking, we must talk as Nigerians, as citizens. Nobody says that subsidy is sustainable. But you cannot come to the public immediately and say, look, this thing is gone. Before you say it, my brother, there are stakeholders in everything. If by next week now, the TUC and the NLC goes on strike, they will now look for somebody else and say it's the one sponsoring them. But you not bring them along. You not put them to the table and say, my brother, this is how it works, this is how it work. Now, where are the licenses that you have given to people? Who have your license to import steel? Or is this NLPCL that is milking Nigeria in the name of NLPC that would have still import it? Or is it the few other major marketers? Who are those who will compete that will import? Where that contain fuel that will come up on July, that when it comes up, it can be able to withstand NPCL. My brother, we must accept the truth. Hello?
Are they with you? Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Christian.
Yes. The man that spoke did not speak well. He may meant well for Nigeria, but the way he tabled the word was so wrong.
Christian, make I just let you know. Say, waiting in talk, you not go talk say they wrong. And you know, go talk so you don't speak well because waiting in talk now the obvious and now waiting already they existing and waiting on ground. However, hold on. Waiting you fit talk be say maybe info never talk for that period. Info cool that because waiting in talk now the obvious truth. It obvious. So info never talk until maybe much later, make things simmer down small until consultations with yes.
We are saying this, and that's why I say his political statement is equal to economic disaster.
Okay. All right, I don't hear you, Christian. This is your English now. I don't hear you. Thank you so much, Christian. Thank you so much for that one. Who they decide? One or two calls before we go come up on top of this matter. Who they decide now?
Good morning.
Morning to you, my brother. Morning to you. Quickly, your name, where they call us from now?
Jeremiah from Otabale.
Jeremiah from Otabale. Jeremiah, how far?
I know. My take is on profiting of money from drugs. I believe Nigeria court will not do person where he goes and they cut him. They cut him with the gold. They collected the gold. They say the person is not a thief. I believe Nigeria court will not go into that way. In a subsidy way, I'm telling you, this our president is going out of the point. We have to cool down. To keep silent. See, that month, the last presidents have already started to do. We have to start it from now. Bringing all this palliative, for example, buses
all this 805, but to bring it out and make life get more available. Make things dey okay before the ending of this deal. You go ahead say subsidy is gone. It's the only thing that will see person with the cutlass and stand. That's why you are still panic buying. So that's my own. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that one. We don't talk. Jeremiah from Outer. Maybe one last call. Hello, who they decide? Who they talk there this morning now? Hello? Why your voice can't dey low like that now? What did happen? I didn't hear you, my brother.
Nothing concerns us concerns subsidy. We have to talk about insecurity. Many have gone. Many are in no more. Many are displaced from their ancestral homes. The first statement I expect this our president to is about insecurity. It is insecurity that's supposed to be fueling rising dust in Nigeria. How to calm it down once and for all. Not fuel subsidy. Fuel subsidy is in fact it's nothing before we the citizens, before we the less privileged in Nigeria. Advising him, if we can hear me this morning talking on behalf of 200 and something millions of population in Nigeria, these the citizens, we said subsidy is nothing. In fact, we got nothing to do with it. We are talking about people that are no more in their ancestral home. People that are dead, their loved ones could not be able to see them to bury. Vultures and the pigs, bush pigs, are now eating them up. Which crime have they committed? We have to talk about insecurity right now. God bless my citizen FM.
All right. Thank you so much, my man, Life Lion from Life Cap. When you say on behalf of 200 citizens, or how many citizens where you call, they remember say me self I follow. Are you also speaking for me? Are you speaking for who are you sure you're speaking for everybody? But anyway, that one day there, 4 minutes before 8 o'clock on top of the radio this morning. Super Citizen at sunrise on top of Citizen FM 93.7. 8 o'clock we go bumpy. And for 8 o'clock we go bumpy because I'm not gonna lie you, we go need to switch them up. Waiting paper they talk, we don't check I'm go reach this junction and we go press pause so that we go switch them up. More things they lined up on top of the radio. No touch them, but they call me the chief priest on a good morning.
Reach out. Speak up. Speak out. You are the voice of a new generation. And this is your station. Talk Radio 93.7 Citizen FM.
Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. Nigeria go better. If Nigeria go better, now your hand is there. If Nigeria go better, now my hand is there. Make we join us together, make Nigeria for better.
Citizen FM Abuja. Yeah.
Now, the reactions don't they follow. Immediately after that speech, petrol stations don't they shut down. People don't they hoard fuel. The price don't increase. If you price cab now, say cab, carry me go one place. Waiting the cab go tell you, say, if you tell us, say, Baba, this money too much, you go say, you don't know what they happen for the country. You don't know. You know? Now, all of those things, we want to talk about this whole subsidy thing, because not be today it starts. And then I get somebody who could join me inside of the studio. Now your own person, now my person, now our person, solid human being. When it comes to the news, the newsology, anything we concern news for inside of this particular house, the man where they in charge. We'll talk about the head of news, Citizen FM 93.7, the big Don. Now, what is that they like to call him? Lawrence Ubwete. He there with us inside of the building. Good morning, Sakwa.
Hey, good morning, EZEMMUO1.
Yes.
I did listen to you when I called this.
Oh, man, don't be smart. The heat about this subsidy. But quickly, make we talk about the big Don. When they say subsidy removal, many people they drag this current president, say subsidy removal. Many things, many angles. Some people say, well, we know subsidy is bad, but in no suppose just talk and point like that. Say, as in talk the ripple effects and what people they suffer. Because at the end of the day, for some people, they know the sufferness not be the problem. The big Don. Make we talk about this thing now this morning.
For me, as in what you say, the major problem why I say
yes.
While they everywhere, everybody just vex. Everybody getting own vex. Waiting they make them vex
and fest.
Waiting make them vex. So when things like this happen, somebody must carry the blame anyhow, because the fuel, the subsidy thing, they say that's something we all of us know say it will happen one day. You know, it be like a person relation we get terminal illness.
Yes, you know,
doctor don't tell you say this thing they will not fit cure them. Anytime we could just pray for them, but anytime they will die. If the person die, I will still cry. Even though I don't know say this thing will happen. So now the situation be that's for some people. But you get some people who say that they use and they just use and they hit government. You understand? Because of their own bad belly we didn't get. And it be like that everywhere in the world. They just do
because everybody no go do the same thing.
They no go do the same. They get some people, no matter, even if this government begin to share dollars for street,
they go
people go see the vex. Say you sure say that dollar not be blood money. You don't check the dollar well. You know that kind of thing.
Yes.
So it be like that. But the truth be say, number one, if we look the story well, number one, waiting the president talk for Monday.
Yes.
The president not even say anything new.
Now obvious.
He don't say anything new. You understand? Obvious, well, some people might say, oh, well, you're not supposed to knock on like that, bam. But since all of us don't agree, say this subsidy while are supposed to come out, how we want to take come out? During the campaign, all the candidates talk say they go come out. They talk say they go come out.
P2B say it's evil.
Everybody saying a scam and everything. So if all of us don't agree, say this thing is scam, the next thing we say, how do we move on? And besides, if we look at our appropriation bill, that's our budget.
Yes.
Not be saying that Monday as president just say something, let me say the thing don't come out. It's still day throughout this June we won't enter. So now at the end of June, because at the end of June there no more provision for that thing for budget. You understand? From July, 1st July, let me say nothing like that. So the president was just trying to remind us, say, okay, see waiting day budget to from waiting day budget means say when this thing expired, that means say it don't go be that. I understand, but I think it's something we say whether we like them or not, we have to find a way to it. We go resolve them, but you know, say for Nigeria, when things happen, remember now when we they use naira, they buy naira. when POS people became kings now, the bankers became big shots. If you get one banker,
if you get connection for bank,
you know, say you don't
even security man. You get connection of security man for bank.
You get security man number. We go call you say, oh God, they don't they pay small money today.
You know people.
So now people with the self here now. You see, now then they rain now. And it's more time you go move enter another set of people. But all of us always like to exploit ourselves.
All right. Yeah. You know, that talking about exploitation now, this thing, because we don't hear immediately after the president make that pronouncement, maybe not every, but most petrol stations started to lock their shop start today. Are they really at fault? Because somebody talk out this morning, say, they're watching the president talk, trigger people. So people need to be on guard because they never know what next. And for a minute, if you look at no business person want run at a loss, talking about the petrol station. But at the same time, themselves know because they inside the system, they know say this thing now still till June. Now this whole subsidy regime go end. Even June has been provided for in the budget. So but what are they talking now? Because if you check them based on the petrol stations and all of this was when they shut down, waiting be the way forward, waiting be the way to go.
You see, the way to go EZEMMUO1 be say number one, the government go agree say the decision where they won't take. Say not be popular one. Say people go vex, people go resist. But government also need to reach out to a lot of people as the labor union, for example. You understand?
Yeah.
Other important segments of the society, religious leaders, traditional rulers, and all this, because these are the people who be saying, now them go carry information, go give their own people.
Yes.
Say, okay, see what in the government they try to do. Not be say government just they wicked or this and that and that and that. So that is number one. Number two, EZEMMUO, you don't notice say we just start to behave like since yesterday say, oh, fierce scarcity, everybody the vex.
Yes.
Like saying a new thing. Throughout last year. Throughout last year, was there any month where we see from first of the month to the end where we not get fed? So it's something that maybe after this one, it's like picking we get a boil for hand, and the doctor say, man, this is your boy, they go need to operate him. That operation go pain that picking, no. But say until then do that operation, the pikin not go fail well. So then go do that operation, no matter how say go pain them, because they know say after that operation the pikin go well. Now be our own, but the situation now we need to look and say let's do them. But say go also blame a lot of people where they look and say no, not today, because over the years government will tell you one thing. Tomorrow they go do another thing. Government go promise you this. Tomorrow this one will happen. So people over the years have done, even they look say whatever government they talk say now not be today. They know they believe.
All right, make we take some calls, one or two calls. The phones they don't the ring since all this while. In case you want to call in, we they talk about the whole fuel subsidy removal comment, because not be saying a new thing, but the comment where the president talk and the after effects. Now what would they look? 0903 22 29 797. Who they decide now this morning? Hello. All right, so the numbers stay there. 0903 22 29 797. We get 0818 22 22 205. Then if it's still call us on top, 0818 22 22 206. You want to drop message for WhatsApp, that was safe day on top of 0818 22 22 205. Hello, who they decide now? Who they talk? Good morning. Yeah, so good morning to you.
Good morning. Your guests have you understand? This is not supposed to comment.
Jerry, eh?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. I struggle to hear you, but go ahead. All right. Okay, caller, and now they see you caller message. Chief Priest, good morning. The message I was trying to get across yesterday, we're talking about smart, okay? Then a wake up of the mind of leaders and decision makers, including family decisions and all of that, okay? We should understand how reactive our people are. Just mere pronouncement of Mr. President has triggered increase in fuel pump price immediately. And think of chain effect of other economy sector. Caller, thank you. Patrick says subsidy. Caller says fuel sells 600 per litre. Queues worsen as filling stations short. It's too early for the current president to create uproar in the country by his statement. I expected him to do better. But okay, doing better for me means the refineries are working, get to know how many liters of fuel we consume daily, investigate how much we spend on subsidy monthly, not just accepting the figure that NNPCL gives out. Let me add this, subsidy is not bad. What is bad is when the government allows few people to continue to steal from Nigeria in the disguise of bringing in fuel. He said the last president is to blame for the current situation. If the former president did not misplace his priority, we should have 4 refineries working perfectly. However, the current president should get his priority right by building refineries. All right, thank you, Patrick. Your message long. Thank you so much. Now, the big Don is still inside of the house. We still talk about the effects of this whole thing. Now, even as they talk this one, NNPCL don't come outside, they don't talk something. And that one self, still they, people still they try to reason that one. NNPCL say, the money where the government still need to pay for subsidy money they run into trillions, about 2 points. That figure where we see just now, say 2 point, just over 2 trillion naira, where government still need to pay for subsidy. Now they talk about how to cushion all these whole things, and I don't know whether this whole debt matter, is it something that Nigerians really want to hear about at this point? Talk about to pay NNPC for subsidy, all for the remaining subsidy where they need to pay them.
Well, you know, the ordinary, you say nothing concern Nigerian with all the story. They are not interested. They not even they care how you want to do it. Just do them. Now you talk say you want to be leader. Now you talk say you fit solve problem. So we don't give you problem to solve. So, but also. Sometimes even good make your citizen know what in they happen, so that when you bring policy, then they will begin to understand. Say, you get why this thing they happen, and you know say until now only NNPC they import this fuel. Okay, understand? And the shortfall way they now then they take their body carry up, and they talk say they no go fit do am again. I don't forget say when they signed that Petroleum Industry Act into law. Yes, one of the provision of that law is that subsidy should be removed. Yes. So if you now put subsidy, it means you are violating your own
law. Yes.
You understand? So these are things where we say we need to take into.
So it doesn't even matter who. It's not about the president. It's not about party, PDP or APC. For whoever did that seat now something, a decision where the guys make. All right, make I see who they decide now. Make we take 1 or 2 more calls before we come up. Buddy, who they here? Yes. Back now. Welcome back, Jerry.
Yes. Nobody should blame people when rush to take for. It's only three that they see person carrying knife coming to court and stand. Even your station now, if you don't have this, you have to rush about it before you increase it. The comment is too hard. He's not supposed to make that comment. He's supposed to
how he go take communicate, say subsidy no day again? How else was he going to do that? What was the better option?
Your best have said it to us. If you walk on that ground, the last regime have already switched to this June ending. So him, if you walk on that ground, reach out to those people. Make things available, make some things available, palliative, tomatoes, as a good luck done. You understand? It's not by coming and shouting something is gone. No, it's not like that. We are human beings, we are not animals. You understand? So nobody should blame those people that are rushing to buy fuel. Because you can't go and buy fuel at 700 and now you are buying it at 200. You have to rush and buy it 200 and keep. You understand? So it's not the fault of people that panic buying. It's not their fault. It's the fault of our president. And nobody should say we should not blame party. If Tinubu do well, it's the party. If Tinubu do bad, it's party. You understand? So that's their way of thank you.
All right, though. Thank you, Jeremiah from Altaba Lefi, for that one we don't talk. Now, but the big Don still days out of the studio this morning. We they check all of these things. We they bounce off the talk then. Now, Labour Party, Labour actually, NLC, because Muku separates Labour Party and the Nigerian Labour Congress. And the Nigerian Labour Congress, TUC, they don't frown face, you know, like say they drink bitter leaf water. On top of this matter, say this thing, all go well for them.
Normal, you expect that normal, and that's why I thought government also need to sit down with them, with the officials. Say, okay, see what's in the table. This is what we have. What do we do? What do you suggest? What do you suggest? Make we see how we want to do this thing, because this country now we own.
Interesting. Make I take 1 or 2 calls. Who did decide this morning?
Hello, my brother. This is Kennedy.
I greet you, Kennedy. How your side?
Kennedy, I hear you.
Program 24. Oh, Lawrence. I don't know say Lawrence speak PG like this.
Yes, yeah, maybe.
I'm like this. They do. Just sweet me.
In Nigerian,
I'm telling you, it is in our blood. Yeah, it's in our blood.
Yeah.
It was less than 24 hours. Tinubu statement in Lagos between EFCC and DSS came in. Peace came in. I'm expecting such statement on this subsidy issue so we can be free and smile. The people suffering this are the people on the street. I couldn't go to work today. The road was blocked. No fuel and the whole thing. We are expecting such a statement that will bring joy to the hearts of citizens.
Okay.
Because everything that brings hardship to us, the people that suffer most are the common people on the streets. And as a matter of fact, this is bringing pains, sorrow, and it's making us feel bad. This is just how many days to his tenure. Not up to a week, not up to 4 days. We're experiencing this. We expect such an authoritative statement that will bring calmness to Nigeria. Thank you. Now we are going to stop.
All right, so thank you, Kennedy. For that one, we don't talk. Now the big dawn this morning, waiting, because we don't talk about transition. Governments don't move from the former government to the current government. Now, waiting where the issue of the $800 million World Bank loan for palliative, where that matter where does the matter come in now for the picture?
See that time where government talk say subsidy go end by June. The former government, they can't talk say okay, if subsidy end by June, we go need to make sure say we do some kind of things we go make people poor for this country, make them survive. Then make them approach the National Assembly, say okay, we won't collect this $800 million loan so that we could use them take shock the wahala with this so
to cushion
so the say waiting happen that time where people para where say waiting they happen now we get just 1 week or 1 month to come out and still they do this all these kind of things and everything so now so the wahala day till now.
So right now, obviously the decision on how to disburse that money or how to use that money cushion this whole thing, they obviously lie on the table of this government.
Of course, everything they their hand now. Now then good, but say over the years, anytime we government talks, they won't bring something we go take shock, they go give them big name, they go send a palliative, all those kind of things. But at the end of the day, you know how the thing they take end now. So maybe this time government also supposed to do something different.
All right. Yes. Yeah. But then at the look say waiting make all the key stakeholders do that. Waiting be the way forward because at the end of the day we know say now something we guys go. But people out there now they feel the pinch. People they feel the pinch, we they see the effects. Waiting one happen. Now what's the way
everybody
forward?
They feel the pinch one way or another. Even people where they benefit from the thing. Then self you get as you go take you feel the pinch too because if you make so much money for this one, on other side too you go spend the money. So transporters they feel the pinch, market women they feel everybody they feel them. But so everybody got to the most important thing is say this government need to show say they're willing to listen to people, to meet the right people to talk to because don't forget say these people where they benefit from the fuel subsidy scam. No, they not be small boys, they not be boy scouts, they be big boys where they run street. They not go just go sleep say okay since when I want don't collect and no then go bring out money say we got to fight this thing now. Over you don't ask yourself say over the years Obasanjo did the former military general of 8 years enough it triumph anytime we want triumph kata go boss. Even Jonathan we triumph for 2012 you see how the thing take end. Another general come again for 8 years. Then go 8 years pass. So not be something where
and every government don't use that campaign.
Everybody during this campaign, everybody talking, everybody say I go do this, I go do this.
You go need to use skill. If not, he go burn you. But now tough decision where they for the table of this government, and many people they commend them. The reps don't come outside commend them. Many people don't come outside they commend the decision with the necessary.
You know, the most important thing is make government, if they fit get the understanding of the people, it don't finish.
It don't finish.
Because if the people will agree, say this thing and this thing.
Expect some cushioning. Citizens, gas, it ain't right. It's supposed, maybe they said, maybe that transportation scheme where they don't talk a transportation program where they don't hint on, I don't know. So,
not be something that will just happen overnight. And people, too, when you say palliative, remember that when that money, that loan, where they say the palliative was to go to the poorest of the poor. So you understand? So not be everybody. Now people will say poor people, they call them poor.
But then how do you determine? The other day they talk with Philemon Ajekuko. How do you determine who's the poorest of the poor? How do you know? And they say an existing register. How do you determine? So going by that, some people feel no they covered, or some people feel no they represented. But anyway, the big dawn in the next 1-2 minutes. Make we just round up this call. Waiting. You go talk, considering you a Nigerian, you see the pulse of the people out there. You know what it mean from the angle of government. Say you know what it means. Say subsidy gas go. So balance out this whole thing for us. Make Nigerians calm down. Make them understand what they need to understand about this policy.
Say the thing tough. Because people way body they hot. People the body they hot now. So even you self we won't even begin to go preach to people self. Yes. If you not stand well, you will collect. You understand? So people body they the one person body they hot.
Yes.
No matter that thing with the no matter how good reach, sometimes they make sense to run that initial moment.
Because body they hot.
So the main thing is to make the body cool down first. Then you go and listen to it. Because say last we pray say all of us go day okay.
All right, last we pray say all of us go day okay. Thank you so much, the big Don Lawrence Umwete, for your time this morning on top of the radio. Very unusual, but we say make we just get that quick chit chat with Lawrence Umwete on top of this particular arrangement. At the big talk, we they talk about the after effects, some of the after effects, some of the things we follow the fuel subsidy removal comment by this president, because no be the removal might happen on that day. Now in just talk up, say it's gone, because he didn't remove the subsidy that day on that inauguration. Now people don't change the talk, say well the way when he take a present time, the way when he take a talk saying for cool down small, saying no supposed to talk and saying a mistake, and no supposed to talk point that a decision where somebody guys make, and anybody will be say they enter. Just imagine, even if the PDP or any other person will enter that seat, that person gets this decision to make. That person gets this thing to face. And you go ask yourself, waiting you could do if you did their position. Well, but so another person could say, not be me, they campaign all these years. Not be me, they campaign all these months. Not be me, say, I go fix the country. So, whatever, anybody with the idea, whatever be the case, the president, many citizens expected the president gas put some cushioning in place so that he no go too tough, he no go too choke, he no go too stress Nigerians. That the big hope. All right, that are the big hope of Nigeria. So that at the end of the day, the common or the ordinary Nigerian we want to go buy fuel, make you no go break bank or make you no sweat too much because you want to buy 5 liters of petrol and nothing to cushion, nothing to support. All right, so all of those things now waiting there, and then we'll say we could just visit the talk 8:29 this morning on top of the radio. This is not the big talk on a good morning. They call me the chief priest. No touch this radio.